Hello, everybody.
We back.
Hello.
Hey. Hello. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
So glad to be back here at Q4 Radio. Thank you all for tuning in. Hold on. I forgot one thing. Whoopsie.
We forgot one thing. But we're back over here on Northside Plugged. Well, BossDan gets us situated.
Whoopsie. Sorry. Can't hear us on the actual radio. My bad.
Well, we are a radio show, aren't we? I think we are. We're a radio show. It's good to be back over here on Northside Plugged. It's been a few weeks since we've been on the airwaves, but the process keeps going, as we always say. We're always having fun with it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful time to be right here, right now. So to my right, as always, we've got BossDan on the boards doing this thing. You know, your boy G Money G Note over here. Our special guest in the building. It's the first in a long time, in over a year, which is pretty crazy to my left. As you've seen before in this very studio, the young legend himself, Kevin KOLD, podcast. Goes by KOLD.
Shout out G Money. Shout out Boss Dan.
Excellent,
You already
excellent.
know it's a beautiful day, as G said.
Yes, sir. And to his left, we have Ray.
Hey,
How you doing,
just
Ray?
right. Pretty good.
Excellent, excellent. We got a beautiful show ahead of us. We've got a lot of time here. You know, time is in the palm of our hands, and we're excited to just vibe out and have a good time. Boss Dan, we could use a little music. I feel like.
Oh,
if you
wow.
don't mind. No, you're good.
Sorry, I turned it down.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just feeling out
You're
the
right, though.
moment,
You're right, though.
You know?
You're right.
That
You're
was
right.
missing.
Way to
missing the
read
beat.
the field and call the audible. It's very good play.
Call the audible.
Very good play. Very good play. But yeah, I looked back. It's been almost a month since our last show. A lot of things were happening that kind of just threw off our schedule. So, but we appreciate you all sticking with us as always, tuning in. It's finally May, which is insane. I felt like April went by like that, honestly.
Yeah.
And the beauty of May is that then it's basically summer. It hasn't really felt like summer much in May so far, but it's going to start warming up real soon, and that's going to be really nice when I come in here and only with shorts on every day instead of having to wear pants all the time. Because as soon as it hits like 70, like 3 days in a row, you'll never see me in pants for like the next 4 months. Like, not a chance. I'll be only in shorts. Like, you'll catch me in pants only on special occasions. But for most of the time, you're going to catch me in shorts anywhere, anytime, any place from basically Memorial Day until Labor Day is like my peak short season where I don't wear pants.
I feel you, Boss Dan.
I
think it's like a big dude thing because I felt really uncomfortable when I'm constricted, and shorts as a kid, like that was the go-to, man. Still is. So shout out Boss Dan.
Yeah,
summer's coming.
I was one of those kids in I want to say it was it 4th grade or 5th grade? I was one of those kids that wore shorts as long as he could. Yeah. So I wore them into December, and then like the first week of February, I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to school in shorts. And she's like, no, you're not. And then eventually, like, I did it like the 6th week because it went to like 50 degrees in the first week of February. She was like, okay, fine. But if it snows, like, you're going to look stupid. It was like one of the warmest winters like in 20 years. So I was completely fine. But I wore pants for maybe a week to school because it was just like that period where you're like, I'm going to wear shorts because I want to. And like, you just forced your own wardrobe. Even though you don't really know how to dress yourself yet.
Yeah,
you're still like putting mismatching clothes, different socks, like way too many conflicting colors, and I'm just like still rocking out basketball shorts for like 12 months out of the year, and my mom just hated me for it.
But kids, you will get there.
Yes,
you'll get there where you will look fly and fresh.
Absolutely, it's a process. Believe me, I'm still working on looking fly and fresh on a consistent basis. I have my moments.
It's everyday thing.
Drip is forever.
Yeah, drip is forever. Still working on it. It's a practice every day to get better. You know, little steps in the right direction to get to the bigger picture of looking super duper fly, as Missy Elliott would put it.
It's all about mindset, man, and money too.
And money.
You need that money to upgrade the wardrobe.
True
man.
that.
That's
I
what
gotta
I've
take the
been
switch
feeling.
out. It's hot here.
It's getting toasty in here. Y'all make sure to call the line 312-985-7834 if you want to chop it up with Kevin KOLD, want to chop it up with Ray, want to chop it up with the Northside Plugged team. We would love to have y'all on the airwaves with us. But yeah.
Yeah, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to call us in. We're here to answer any and all of your questions.
We're here to give kids advice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any kids out there who are listening to our show, got some questions for the adults in the room? Adults in the room? Feel free to hit us up.
The adults.
The adults.
All right, Kevin Cole, since you brought that up, man, what do you have to say to the children? What do you have to say to the kids?
What I have to say to the kids, I say life is rough, but enjoy the little things that make you happy, you know? And don't let anything tell you otherwise. Go out there, find your way, find your path, find your life, find your happiness. That's the main thing. And don't neglect the people around you because of that too. So it's a balance, and everything's in life is a balance. So find your balance and you'll maintain, man. You'll do just good.
I like that. Life is really all about balance. Whatever you're trying to balance, whether it's your relationships, work, life, all those sort of things. It's all about finding your perfect balance that works for you. It may not be 50-50 on everything. It may be a little lopsided in certain things, but that's just how it has to be sometimes.
Absolutely.
And it's all about kind of balancing those things. And I like in the past month since we've had a show, I honestly have had like some crazy like mental breakthroughs or just like some like panic moments, like just like where my brain's just like but like I think with going back to what Kevin said, like life's tough, like it's just like it is, like I think I've learned that more, and then it's more, I think I've learned that especially over these past few weeks that it's all about the small victories. Like you can't be looking too far ahead at what you want to be at 10 or 20 years down the line, because that's gonna make you devastated if you're like not even close to that where you want to be down the line. But to get those 10 or 20 years, you got to win the next day. So you got to take those victories day by day by day. So those victories build up. So then when you get to that moment, 5 or 10 years down the line, it all adds up and you can get to where you be. I think that's something that I've learned a lot. And a lot of time, I mean, I was blessed to spend time with my family a week in Florida with them, to kind of, that I don't get to see them that often. And it was really great to just spend a week with them and a lot of laughing with them. It was awesome. And there are moments where they ask you like the real life questions. And now that you're an adult, you're like, oh, like crap.
Shit.
Yeah, like exactly. You're like, dang, like I don't know. Like I'm barely an adult right now. Like how am I supposed to know the answer to that? Yeah. And there are just so many things that were happening, and then there's so many thoughts in my mind, and then I at some point I just came back and I was like, you know what? I just got to take it day by day. Got to take the small things and kind of almost flipped my whole mental attitude and like did a 180 in the span of like 3 days. It was kind of crazy.
That's great.
Yeah.
It was crazy like how it happened. I don't know what it was, or like I don't think it was any singular event. I think it was just like, I don't know, talking with my family and just like, since I never really talked to them person to person, ask them questions about what I'm going through and what they think I should do and all these sort of things it helped me put things into perspective and kind of really, it's weird because like in their careers, like both my parents were teachers. My sister's a teacher, my brother's a teacher. Like teaching you usually do like your whole career. You don't, and like my mom taught at the same school for 30 plus years. My dad for like 20 something years.
Wow, shut up.
Yeah, like for forever. They taught at the same schools and like didn't leave. So like their job stability was like, because if you're a teacher, if you're good enough and you can get tenure, which basically means you can work until you don't want to work anymore. So for them, like job stability was like never an issue. So for a person like me who's been in business where job stability is like so frequently changing, and I haven't had a job because of the pandemic and all these sort of things, they don't understand some of the problems I'm going through, and I understand that, but they still empathize with me. They still want to be there, and they still want to help me, even though they don't know the real situation, that they can't really empathize. They still want to help out as much as they can.
Shout out to the people that does that, you know, because like not everybody's different, so not everybody's gonna understand your full situation to your extent as you would. But like how you said, it's all about perspective, and even though like you said, you know, like you used to have to make your ultimate decision, but it's great to hear. You don't have to take all the advice, but it's great to absorb some perspective.
It's about learning.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All the unique perspectives, I think, in any situation. I think just hearing it from different people is the most important thing, whether it be your family, your friends, coworkers, like just different types of people to hear what their thoughts on it, because like you said, Cold, to take the bits and pieces that you think will work for you, and for what they were saying, because you may not like everything they said, but there might be like a little chunk where you're like, ooh, I like that. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket. That's a good point. I really like that. Taking those things.
That's life, man. You know, just kind of like chipping away at everything, whether it's the day or whether it's yourself. You know, and I agree with that, man, because I feel like throughout my life, that's how I've really developed my character. It's like you're always yourself, you know, but just from the different people around me and the different like medias that I consume, it's like if you're hyper aware about it all, it's like you can really create the person that you want to create. You know, you know, like
so it's all about that learning and unlearning.
Absolutely.
Because from the day we're born, as humans, learning is our most amazing capabilities.
Yeah.
And we should also realize that there are things we also need to unlearn as well.
Absolutely.
And that was the big key for me that I went through like a breakthrough like recently. So that it's weird. It's weird to think about.
I feel you. That's awesome, man. It's like I remember freshman year of college, bro, in philosophy, bro, and it's like it's the borderline between like innate knowledge, right? Like so Ray is Ray when he comes out the womb. Kevin is Kevin when he comes out the womb. We're ourselves when we come out the womb, right? We're gonna have like certain characteristics and, you know, naturally, but it's like it's that, and then there's the other. I forgot what the term was, but it's just like you said, just
like
learning,
the environments. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, so it's like, I don't know. I think everybody learns differently, and at the end of the day, like going back to what Kevin said, it's all about balance. You know, it's all about balancing, and because I don't know, man. We sometimes we tend to put ourselves in bad situations or around bad people, you know. And if you're not aware of it, you slowly become that. You know,
your environment.
Yep.
So you got to be careful, and you got to be aware of that for sure.
Absolutely. It's all I think there's like the environment which you grow up in is such a big factor. Like I don't know the terms like you were trying to pull out, but I agree with what you were saying in that front. Is absolutely becoming a product of your environment is like just how humans grow up.
It's continuous adaptability, you know, and
to the various environments.
We've especially been living that this past year, you know, through the global pandemic. Wouldn't have ever expected this to happen in our lifetimes, you know, and it forced everybody to adjust, you know, like I think that's a good transition. Like, so Kevin Cole podcast, for example, we had you, was it 2019? Like end of because you were one of our first guests here, I think. No, kind of, sort of, but like sometime in 2019, right?
Definitely, like, been over a year for sure. So it's really raw to come back to Northside Plugged, especially on the episode where you guys are allowed to bring guests back in, you know. And like I agree with G said, what G Money said, like the adaptability, you know, like we were put into a situation where we had to adapt regardless. Like, you know, the pandemic, nobody was ready for that, and you can whine and cry about it, but at the end of the day, you have to face it, you know. And I feel like situations like that where we're put out of our comfort zones where we get to shine the most too, and see what we're really made of. And I think that's a big part of growing, learning, and everything we've just been talking about. So the youth, like, I think we made some really good key points for the youth to listen to, if you know, for all the kids out there who, and all the people out there who, in general, not even kids, like, who just need a little bit of advice, a little help, you know, who go through the same thing we go through, you know, family issues, you know, like everything, balancing everything, because life is hard, but just know that, you know, you keep your head up, like you can keep going, you can see another day, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So shout out to Northside Plugged. Shout out to this episode. And I'm glad to be on.
Absolutely. No, we're super happy to have you guys on, and it's crazy, man, because I'm kind of sitting here and just soaking in the moment. And I don't know, I do that a lot, but I don't do it a lot. But I feel very aware at this moment.
Right. It's being present.
Being present, you know. And it's just kind of trippy. Like it clicked when Ray was talking, and then it's continued ever since. And it's just. It's almost like, in terms of adaptability, bro, it's like Dan and I feel like Dan will be able to feel this. Like, we've been doing our thing in the studio for like over a year, just by ourselves, you know, which has been great. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. You know, it's we've been blessed to be on the platform and do what we love.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And you know, it gave us a lot of time to really up our game. Like we would say on the show a lot, like, yo, we're, you know, it sucks that we can't have guests in at the moment, but it's just like, it feels like we're really doing like what we need to do in our core, you know. And
it's for yourself,
for our self-development, you know. And now being at this moment where, you know, we've been wanting it for so long, you know, like over a year, just, you know, like, damn, when are we gonna get guests back in? And now that we're here, we're doing it, it's for me, bro, it's trippy, bro, because it's like it feels like yesterday that we had, like, you were in the studio, you know. It feels like yesterday when we had guests in, and then it's just like this whole chunk of time, just, you know, it just, the pandemic just feels like a time lapse, bro. It feels like a time lapse.
Everything we look back to just feels like something that had happened. And I feel like that's the best way in life, because, like, you know, you can remember back to your journey of what you went through, but once it's gone, it's easier to look forward, look ahead. And I say shout outs and kudos to you guys for, in the meantime, when you guys didn't have guests, did everything else besides just focusing on that, like the guests. You guys did everything else, and to see where the show is today and see what you guys are capable of even more today, it's just very proud moment. So you know, shout out to you guys, you know.
Thank you, man.
It was that consistency and the little victories.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the only way. I think that's the way anyone got through. I think the small victories, now that go back to what I was saying, off of Ray was saying, I think that's what the biggest thing I took out of quarantine was the small victories. Is that my life may be literally putting a big brick wall in front of you, a big brick wall that you have to just, at this point, you literally just have to take a brick out every day and just accept that you've taken a chunk out of that, whatever's blocking your way. And it was a brick wall in front of everybody, so everyone was trying to go through that brick wall. But yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that we have guests back. So glad to have you guys here.
Thank you.
And it's just, it is literally like a whole different thing. Like, I agree with you, G. It's just like, it just feels so natural to have people back in. And I'm not saying it was like just talking with G or just G and Justino was terrible or anything like that. But it's always good to have, two of our cameras working on two different sets of people. It's good that we can that we have to use more than 2 or 3 microphones now. And it's good to just have discussions with other people that we don't normally see, because I see G every week. Like, I see him every week, and we usually talk about the same things, whatever it may be. But it's good to have people back just to see about what they've been doing and how they got through this past year, because I think that'll be a big topic with everyone we kind of bring in these next few weeks. As in, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I got an emergency text. Yeah, just how people got through. So to kind of turn this to you, Cold, as an artist, what kept you motivated to keep creating even when everything was kind of going to crap? Like, everything was like, crap was hitting the fan. Everything was shutting down. Everyone was forced to suck inside. May not be able to go to the studio as much. May not be able to go where you want to shoot videos as much. Like, what was the best way, or how did you get through it, and what kept you inspired even during that time?
I felt like that was a great question, BossDan, by the way. Shout out BossDan, man. I feel like it was hard, of course, upon not only myself, everybody, like how you said. And what kept me really going through was, you know, like how you said, there was moments where you just alone and you just want to scream, you know, by yourself in your car or you're driving or whatever. And it's just that's just all the weight of personal life, you know, and what your goals and everything come together, you know. And that's why the key of balancing is so important, because you don't want to ever be overly mentally worked or drained. And if you do so, because we're not perfect, you know, we're gonna reach that limit. It's about knowing how to work your thoughts out. Like you said, too much negative thoughts, too much it's not too good, you know, and too much good thought ain't good either, because you need that balance of both for you to want to improve and for you to reassure yourself. And what really kept me going was the homies too. You know, shout out to G, shout out to Ray, my boy Ray right here. It gave me a lot of time to really think about how to reinvent myself, and not even only how to reinvent myself, but also how to approach the same thing differently. You know, like how J. Cole says, you know, like it's just about how you know, like you can approach one song like a million ways. You know, like it's just the moment and you envisioning what you really want to do and what you can see, and then it's just all about putting it out there. And you know, I've been busy. BossDan and G been doing the KOLD podcast, just doing a lot of things. I feel like keeping busy gave me a lot to work towards and get through the pandemic. Even though, like, you know, we can't do certain things, but we can always veer our focus on improving other aspects around us. And that's what really kept me going, was thinking of new ways to still come out here and do some great work, you know, elevate the community, you know. So yeah, that's what really kept me going. It's the homies, it's the focus, it's the love for what you do, and go even hard bad days, you still go out there and try to elevate, try to get to the next level.
That's a good point. And with what you're saying about the community, I think with everything that happened last summer, I think there's been a huge emphasis, a bigger emphasis has been put on community now more than ever. I think with everything that happened last summer and all the protests, all the riots, all these sort of things, I think everyone's kind of looked smaller picture and kind of looked back at where they are and what can, kind of what's happening around them, because that's the most important thing. Like I think through the whole political show of 2020 made me realize that there's only so much you can affect, so worry about what's around you. So it's great to see that you were trying to help your community as well. And to feed off another point you were saying, the friends, like other people, reaching out to other people, just talking to anyone. I talked to some people that I haven't talked to in years during quarantine. I felt like anybody and everybody was reaching out just to like be like, oh hey, like what's up, how you been, like you're clearly not doing anything, so I can talk to you right now. So it was great to hear from a lot of those people that you were like, dang, like I didn't know that person's, I didn't know, I wasn't even thinking about that person, but they're thinking enough about to call me. It just kind of puts things into perspective that way, which made me appreciate certain people or just relationships in general.
It's a beautiful thing. I feel like how you said, it's a great point too. Like, it's great that the community, the focus is on the community so big now, is because I feel like people see the power of and the impact we have together compared to just being single, you know, like alone. And besides that, like when you see a community hurting, you know, you want to do something to just help it. And I feel like we need more people out here who are leaders to really give back to the community, you know, and try to elevate the community in whatever way they can, especially when we all been hit with, you know, something tragic like COVID-19, you know. So it's great to show love, because it's what is needed most right now, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think looking back, I think everything that happened made everyone just kind of take a step back and look at where they are and where their community's at, versus like seeing where they personally are at, because this hit everyone and anyone and everyone, and everyone was affected by it. So everyone's having to deal with these issues and dealing with the problems that COVID-19, the quarantine, the pandemic pushed in front of everyone. So being able, I think that just kind of knocked everyone back down to be like, all right, we're all on the same level. Like, it doesn't matter how much you make, doesn't matter what job you have, doesn't matter how many kids, where you live. Everyone got affected by this. No one is special. Everyone is getting affected by this, and it made people realize that we're all the same. And well, not everyone, but I hope it made a lot of people realize that we all are one human race and one group of people that are all in this fight together. As much as we want to pit each other against ourselves, we're all in this together.
Yeah, we're not. It shows us we're not all invincible. You know, like how you said, it came down to every human, like, despite their financial situation, despite their, you know, what they are in life, like we all are inedible to death, you know, and sickness, and that's what shows us how much we are on the same plane. You know, everybody's equal. Everybody is the same, disregard of money, status, and all that shit.
Language, please.
Watch your profanity.
Mother.
Ding, ding, ding.
The FCC is going to come after us.
Absolutely. Man.
I'm sorry, guys. Send it my way.
We'll send that invoice your way, Kevin Cole Podcast.
Oh, man.
That FCC invoice. No, yeah, absolutely, man. How about for you, Ray? What's it called? This is your first time on Northside Plugged, but what's it been like for you during this pandemic and everything?
To be honest, during this pandemic, I've kind of really just been tackling some old problems that I thought I might have dealt with, but it was mostly a battle of trying to find myself, and it came down to that time that it really was so quiet. Everyone took that step back, and then I was like, okay, I'm still making, I still made some ruffles here and there, some roadblocks, and I don't like it. It wasn't fun, but what this time gave me is that moment where I realized that, like, hey, I have a moment. I don't have to be in a rush. I can take that step back and try to realize what happened there during that roadblock, especially, let's say it seems so similar to some things that happened back then. I was able to take a step back, and I was like, that's not what I want for myself. That's not what I want for people around me. What I want is to be better for myself, to be better for everybody else, so that we can all help each other. Because I'm a very solid guy when it comes down to the thought of I dislike hatred. I dislike it. To me, it's infectious. It'll affect everyone around you. There's no time and place, and sure, emotions are healthy. We're human. Anger, jealousy, all that stuff is normal. But when it comes down to is realizing you're human, take a step back, and then really try to get to know yourself, why you react that way, why is it, just basically asking questions about yourself. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And then realizing, then who do you want to be? How do you want to reinvent yourself? And it was just taking those strides every day, which it felt amazing to me. And it was those little victories that, like, sure, I'm not completely there yet as the person I want to be, but I know for a fact that I have taken steps, and I know there are things I have worked on and has worked for me. And now I'm able to bring that to the table, even though I don't have the complete set yet. I could still bring that to the table for my friends, for my family, for people I love and really care for, And it was, if anything, I was, as much as hard it was, and you guys, what you said earlier, with balance in life, doesn't matter what aspect of life it is, there's always a balance, whether it's good or bad, sick, healthy, whatever you may think of. It's always that balance, and it comes down back to that, to be honest. And so, to me, I feel grateful that COVID happened, as much as it may have affected the world quite a bit. Because, in my honest opinion, whatever your belief is or whatever, it's waking people up. We're seeing bad things, but here we are now in this room talking about the things that are important to us, and that we want to help each other and really just try to be true to ourselves and be present and just honor who we are, basically, to find that.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, very well said. That was
beautifully said, bro.
Very well said.
I almost shed a tear, dog.
That was really nice.
Can I touch on a point?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, go off.
Bro, what you said from, like, took a part of it, and you guys will definitely know, change start with you, and that's what I got from what you said, is just change. Either if you want to make a change in the world, if you want to make a change with anything, it all starts with you. And Ray took the simplest thing to do, which is the hardest thing to do, is sit down with yourself and ask yourself, like, question yourself. And that's what makes you really want to, to understand yourself more, and to actually logically go get through your thoughts.
Right. It's just that it's just that curiosity.
Yeah.
It's a curiosity. I don't believe that whole curiosity killed the cat thing. I mean, sure, whatever, but sometimes it's better to ask questions than to find the answers.
Heck yeah, bro. And life is all about taking a little calculated risk too, you know? So yeah,
it's that courage.
Yeah, and the other thing that you were saying was that hopefully I don't want people to get it wrong. Like, I also agree with Ray. Like, even though like I'm not gonna say I'm glad that COVID happened, but I'm glad that I took something out of COVID.
Right,
you know, like in terms of.
That's a better way to
put
it.
That's why I know
we knew what you meant.
I knew you meant that way. Yeah. I just want to put it out there, because like you said, even though it took a lot away from us, you know, we took that step back and we saw what needed to be changed in the world, and we saw what needed to be changed in ourselves, and even though, like how you said, it woke us up, and it also made us reevaluate, you know, what we knew as regular life, you know. And that's what I feel like. Regardless, either way, regardless if we want it or not, COVID had happened, you know. So yes, it's sad, but take the good from it. Take what you got out from it. And that's why I believe. That's why I really mess with what Ray said. So shout out Ray.
Thank you.
Absolutely, bro.
Shout out Ray. That was very well said, and I totally agree with everything you guys said. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what a point I want to kind of emphasize here, because there were so many points that were well said. I think the most important thing, like you said, is we all may see this past year as a bad time, but for some people it was much needed, or if it was a moment of growth.
Right.
And because it allowed people to kind of take a step back, because they were literally stuck inside their own apartments. We got a caller.
We got a call.
Oh, shout out to the caller.
Hello. Hello, you're on with Northside Plugged. Who is this? Oh, speaker's muted. Why is the speaker muted? Well, thanks for calling in, caller.
Thanks for calling in. Call back.
Call back if you can. Call back if you can.
Shout out to you, man. First caller, Jay.
Thanks for calling in. Whoever that was, try to call in again. We'll try to get you back on. That was my apologies. I fumbled that bag real quick.
BossDan fumbled the bag. No.
Oh, now the music's too loud. Oh, jeez. All right, hold on. Callers coming back. Callers coming back. Callers are coming back.
Okay.
All right, let's try this again. Why does it say speakers muted? Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello? Why does it say speakers muted? Hello, caller. Are you there? Why does it say the speakers are muted? Why is that a thing? Oh, hello? Hello.
Wait,
I kind of hear it.
Yeah, I kind of hear something.
All right, they're calling again. Let's see if this works. Hello? Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry, whoever this is. We can't hear you. I'm so sorry. Hello? Hello? Can you hear us? Hello? Hello? No, we're so sorry. Whoever's trying to call in, I am so sorry. I don't know what's happening with Skype right now. I'm so sorry. Thank you for trying 3 times, though.
Try 4 times, man.
What the hell?
Oh, no. Technical difficulties on here. Northside Plugged. Hopefully we can figure it out.
It's calling coming again.
Let's try again, man. try again.
This poor person.
Come on, boss, man. We can work
Hello.
on this.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, just stay on the line. We about to hear you right now.
Hello?
Oh, I hear something.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yo! We got you.
I figured it out.
Yo,
What?
it's Kid ISO.
ISO! Thank you for continuously trying, ISO. What's up, brother? Good to hear from you.
What's up, man? How y'all feeling?
Oh,
We're doing
we're
good,
great.
man.
We're much better now. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to, man. It's I just want to say it's good to see y'all with guests again. I've been watching, so it's just nice to see. It's just amazing to see.
Love.
That's awesome, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Made my day,
Yeah,
bro.
what's good, Cole? How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, brother. How you doing out there?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I just want to say, man, I'm just waiting for the new G Money KOLD collab. That's what I want. Man. I hope that's coming soon.
Oh.
You already know. We're waiting for you, bro.
We're waiting for you indeed.
Of course. Nah, but just like all y'all doing, man, keep it up. Like it's great to see. I'm happy to see everybody doing their thing out there. So that's all I want to say.
It's great. It's great to hear your voice, ISO. Good to hear you, man.
Brother.
For sure.
How you been, man? What you been doing?
Man, I've just been chilling, man. Just working, creating some stuff. Got some stuff on the way as far as just everything, but you know, it's coming soon. It's coming soon for sure.
Excellent, man. Glad to hear you keep doing your thing, and you know, the universe is moving how it needs to, man. And soon we'll all reconvene, you know, and get back to what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for calling in. I so appreciate you, brother.
Of course. Appreciate you too, man. All right, peace, y'all.
Can't wait to see you, bro.
Can't wait to see you, ISO. Thanks for calling.
Can't wait to see you, man. All right, see y'all soon.
See you soon,
brother.
No problem.
Thanks for sticking with us.
That was dope,
Shout out to ISO.
Shouts out to ISO. Great to hear his voice. It's been a minute since I've heard him. Thank you for calling in, ISO. We appreciate that. And thank you for trying all 5 of those times. So now, hopefully, if you call in now, it should be good to go. Yep. Again, that number is 312-985-7834. One more time, that's 312-985-7834. Call in if you have a question for anyone here, any of us. You have a question, comment, concern. You just want to say hello, like our friend ISO did. Call in and say hello. We're happy to hear anyone call in. Yeah. So thanks to ISO for calling in.
That was dope. And persistence, right there. That was a good learning moment for the kids.
Yeah.
When things,
for the kids.
You know, when things don't go your way, and you feel like, oh, I should give up. I should give up on this situation. No, don't give up on this situation.
Yeah.
Because great things come out of persistence, as was just witnessed.
And to those who wait.
So
shout out ISO for being
again.
that person. Calling 4 times and getting us right, man.
Absolutely, man. Dusting off that phone dial that hasn't been touched in a little minute, you know. So it's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, man. So I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry. Moving forward in terms of what ISO was saying, talking about music. If we want to delve a little deeper,
music. Kevin
Cole Podcast. You have released the Cold Season.
Yes, sir.
EP. Since the last time we were here, as well as I think a couple visuals, and obviously you've been doing your podcast stuff. But you want to talk about, you know, the project and how that all came about?
Yes. Shout out G Money, man. Big shout out. To everybody who's watching. Cold Season is out officially on all platforms. That was legit like one of the first project and EP I put out. That I'm very, very happy with, you know, and G produced like at least like most of the songs on that project, so you guys gotta go check it out. And I really got to, I wanted to really tap into my sound more, and during that time I was really rapping and you know writing, but I never really got to be in the studio like that, and so I made a lot of tracks, but not something like a serious project. And Cold Season was that serious project that I really wanted to put out, like a little taste of what I'm gonna bring to the table. And it was a great project. I have a lot of great features on there. You know, shout out G Money, he was on there. Shout out ISO, he was on there. He's on there. Shout out Quez. But yeah, it was just a great project in terms of, because I felt like I got to be really real with myself and how my emotions and my feelings, and I got to really put it into the project. And I'm happy. I'm happy with the EP. You know, shout out G Money. You know, yeah. And then I got a new single out. It's called All the Way. Also produced by G Money, you know, you feel. So
is that G Money?
Make sure you guys check that out.
Shout out ISO.
But yeah, I'm really working towards getting the visuals down for real. Shooting some videos and because I feel like that's what the KOLD fans are really waiting on is some more visuals from me. And I've been really focusing on, like how you say, the KOLD podcast, because we really starting dropping very consistent content on the KOLD podcast. Me and Ray went out to do a lot of projects. Shout out to all the people and all the support and all the love. And yeah, we got a lot of great projects on the way. We got the merch out, you know, Elevate the Community merch, Stop the Hate. It's been great. I'm really trying to do a lot out here, and I'm glad that I have the support and the love from everybody to do so. So, you know, shout out G Money too.
Shouts out G Money for all he does.
Yeah, for
he's
real.
The man wears many hats, whether it's producer, cameraman, host, rapper, artist, does it all. Man wears numerous hats.
Real man.
I appreciate y'all,
A man wears numerous hats.
So, Kevin Cole, on the topic of KOLD season, obviously, you know, we worked on it together, so we know, you know, what went through it. But just to kind of talk about it live, you know, what would you say? Because in terms of the beats, bro, like, I just kind of do my thing, you know. I'll whip up whatever I'm feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
The first 2 tracks on KOLD season, Space for Legacy, and then Change Colors, which I'm featured on. Kevin Cole slid on me. Was like summer of 2019. I was house sitting for some people that I knew. Shout out to them. And yeah, Kevin slid on me, and we was cooking up, and that was just kind of the birth of it. You know, he was like, "Yo, I wanna. This is what I kind of have an idea on." I was just like, "Yo, like, let's get to work." You know.
Yeah.
Because Kevin and I have known each other since we were kids, and we just got a great relationship, and it's just, you know, we uplift each other very well, and I'm very grateful for that, man, for sure, you know.
Love, brother.
Absolutely.
Real one.
Absolutely, and I think that carried off very well into our first project, you know. So
yeah.
With that being said, what would you say, like, I don't know, what was kind of your approach to it all, you know? Like, you had the idea, and then, you know, we kind of started figuring out the sound of how we wanted to go in, and then kind of went from there.
KOLD season to me, it's just shout out G Money for that name too.
Is that G Money?
Me and G Money was working on, like, how he said beats, and he was like, "Yo, it'd be dope. You call it KOLD season." I'm like, "Yo, you right." And that's how we got it. But to be honest, I really felt like it was a time for me to express really deep truth of my life, you know, and of myself. And I really tapped into my let out my emotions on the tracks, and then, you know, I felt the beat, each beat reminisced with me a certain way, and I really got to speak upon, like, the things I was going through, you know, on my grind, being on my grind, family, you know, like, I had I gained a couple angels the past couple 2 years, so I really got to digress and share that in music with everybody. And KOLD season is a project I would say is a project that I really came into and wanted to do really well on, and for all the people that really support me and believe in me, and I just really want to be able to express myself fully. And I felt like KOLD season captured that, you know, like, just the cold truth about, you know, my life, you know, no filters, no nothing. So that's how I feel about the EP.
That's awesome, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was dope working on, man, because between you and ISO, you guys have really helped me in terms of, like, my producing career, and just being able to work with other artists. Because, I mean, you know, I love producing, and I wanted to do it because I love making music, and then you know, I kind of wanted to have that freedom of relying on producers, you know, just because I didn't have the best experiences with it. So, but through those experiences of being an artist and figuring that out, and then becoming a producer, I knew how I wanted to work and approach with artists, you know, and understanding, like, you know, you got to find that middle ground of, like, you know, as a producer, making sure that you're not setting yourself short, but at the same time, you're not setting the relationship short with the artist, because I've seen with a lot of producers is that they just, they try to overtax, or I don't know, they think more in terms of the money and stuff. And it's like, obviously, as a producer, you want to get paid because so much time goes into the craft. And that's what artists don't tend to understand. And I didn't even necessarily understand until I started like working with different producers. So it's just when you find those right relationships that, just both parties are able to uplift, as we've been saying, man. It's just, that's why I think Cold Season. That's why I think I'm blanking out right now. Why am I forgetting? ISO's The Kid Grew Up. I'm sorry. The Kid Grew Up.
Crazy.
The Kid Grew Up, and then I was thinking of the other project that we really worked on. He hasn't even put it out there yet, so I'm not gonna say too much on that, But yeah, man, it's just been a great process, bro.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed doing that, and it's exciting to see where we're gonna go from here for sure.
Love, bro, for real. I just want to say huge thank you to G Money, man. Like he gave me the opportunity, and I'm glad that from on my part I feel like I stepped up and I'm happy with what we came out with, and just looking back, it feels so smooth, I want to say shout out to Bodie. Have a track on Cold Season produced by Bodie, and shout out to Justino.
Shout out Justino.
Justino Cochino.
He produced On My Way, featuring me, Quest. So
no, he didn't. I did.
Yeah, oh, my bad. My bad. Splendid.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
I want my proper credits.
Yeah, come on.
Yes, on my way, produced by G Money, but shout out Justino for Splendid.
Is that
That's a dope track too. Splendid. Is that
Justino?
Justino.
Yeah, G Money did the tag on Justino beat.
Justino.
But yeah, all I can say, all in all, I'm very happy, and I want to get more visuals out for Cold Season. But I'm really glad if you watch the Cold podcast, you definitely will hear the Cold Season soundtrack played on the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's amazing.
we gonna have to, during one of the breaks, we're gonna have you send us some of the stuff, so we can play it on air.
But love, bro.
Absolutely, because we need the people to hear that for sure. But yeah, man. Let's see, trying to see how we should facilitate. Dan, you got any questions? Anything you're thinking of?
I'm trying to think of. I had one and I lost it.
Oh no, you're good.
True.
Trying to stay concise here.
Yeah, in terms of the Cold podcast.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we I invested in some merch. I'm trying to. The shirts are $25. Profit's gonna go to a certain amount of profit gonna go to charity. So I'm definitely going to be giving back to the community for sure. Shout out to everybody who copped the shirt and who is rocking one, and it's just been a great journey. And we got an interview with the man who made the shirt himself. For the Cold podcast coming soon, the very next episode.
Mm-hmm. Word.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
Shout out to Ray. This man, he's been coming with me, helping me. Ray, would you like to tell him a little bit about what you do?
So currently, I am a photographer, and I'm slowly kind of like dipping into filmmaking. I'm really, really inspired very lately because my best friend, she always shows me a lot of these like very indie kind of like art films that you'd see just on YouTube or whatnot. But it inspired me a lot to really dip into filmmaking. So I'm using this opportunity to work with Cold since I do photography. And for the most cases or some of the basic stuff, it carries on to filmmaking, right? So all your basic lighting stuff when it comes to taking a photo or photograph. But so that's what I've been working on. And other than that, it's just mostly that craft, just working with Cold with these projects, and then going back home, edit, and then, I don't know, just reading books, trying to practice guitar. Been trying to pick that up.
What was the biggest difference you noticed between still photography and filmmaking?
Oh man, okay. Go a little deep on this. So for when I take my photographs, I tend to, the way I work, I usually don't really direct too much. I've never really put on like a photo shoot where I've kind of directed it and I had some props or like a very serious one per se. For the most part, whenever I do take photos, I'll just plan a day, simple just outfits or just a regular hangout day with some friends or some clients and whatnot. To me, when I take my photographs, it's so much as the keywords that I really like to focus on is time, moments, and reminiscing. Because to me, as we talked earlier about it too, it's those moments that, let's say, take this for example, it's such a simple moment. It's, all of us are here talking and whatnot. There will come a time that we're going to think back to it, but now we got some film of it. And, we're going to remember that moment, whether we're going to take that with us forever, whether we took something from it or it was just a simple day and, just us here conversating and just enjoying each other's company and ideas or whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the approach I do with my photography. It's just those very, very simple moments, if I can, if any at all. I don't plan anything. I just kind of, I'll get to a place. I'll think of like a general location where I'll do the photo shoot, but I'll stand there and I'm usually silent.
You wait for the shot to come to you.
Yeah, and I'll just look around. I'll literally like, you'll see me with my eyes wandering left and right, like, what is he looking at? Like, just dead silent. But it's how I've been able to keep my inspiration, just because it's taking that moment too. Because I realize that most of the shots that I feel so proud of are those shots that it just came to me in a sense, where but in a sense looking to. But now that I'm kind of working with KOLD here, when it comes to filmmaking, as of right now, I'm just kind of using the things that I've been trying to learn for myself so far. The way I film is a little more cinematic. I really like cinematic shots, like voyeurism kind of shots, where it looks like you're there as yourself as a person, like the way you see things. So I'm kind of in the middle of the process of learning that for myself currently, with just the basics that I know, but just here and there, some online things. Hey, internet, very, very good place for any information. You can find anything. You can learn anywhere at any time.
Anything.
Literally.
But do also be careful. A lot of misinformation out there as well.
Yeah. Also true.
Yeah. So, So that's when it comes to filmmaking. I'm just very inspired right now, and I'm currently, I just dropped my website. I haven't completely finished yet. I also see my website as a process. I know I'm not done with it, but for the most part, it's just getting my work out there and really telling myself now that, hey, you're a photographer, you were an artist, because that's what I'm trying to pursue. Whereas I would tell myself quite often that, like, oh, I'm just kind of dabbing a little on photography, or I was just dabbing a little on filmmaking and whatnot. Like, just being super humble about it, or not even humble, to be honest. It's kind of like, lowering myself. Where areas I'm like, I look back to my work now, I'm like, I have it.
Yeah,
I am an artist, so here it is.
You gotta step on next, bro.
Yeah.
I believe that it just takes a decision for you to. It can be a hobby, but that hobby can be a passion too. It's just a decision, and when that decision comes, like the moment comes, you'll know that it's for you. Shout out to Ray. Where can they check out that your website, bro?
Man, I can't remember that off the top of my head, to be honest.
That's all right. We'll get that link out to the people at some point for sure.
You got it.
Absolutely. We'll definitely get that out there, and that's actually beautiful. That's so crazy to me, because I don't know. I've slowly been trying to turn myself into a movie buff, like slowly trying to just be like, more critical of movies when I watch them based on how they shoot, how the acting is, and everything like that. Instead of being like, that was a big explosion, that was pretty cool. Like trying to like actually like read like how the filmmaking process goes and like all those things. So I kind of see, I get what you're saying, and I can imagine as the filmmaker, as the one shooting. It can be a process because for the first time these past few weeks, I shot my first music video for G Money G No right here.
The
and
proof.
It was go check that out. The proof if you haven't right now. And for me, it was a huge learning process. Like I was just like I never really shot a music video. I've done videos before for like school projects. Excuse me. Where I like my senior year, I was in like a video production class, so I made like videos like that, but nothing like music video-ish. So I like to sync it with music and get the angles that he wanted versus what I thought was good based on what I was seeing and all those things. It was such a cool process that I really liked and I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to be honest.
Definitely perspective of the camera holder, you know, like in your eye, you know.
And just like we were saying earlier about different perspectives or different people saying different things, like he would be like, oh, let's try this, and then I would like shoot it this way, and he'd be like, oh, that works, that's cool too, because he was like, I like how you're shooting it, but I want you to shoot it this way a little bit too. So he'd be like, we'll get your styles in there and my styles, and we'll kind of see how it goes together. Because like even the way people shoot is just but it may be the same camera, but it can be two completely different videos, or two completely different kind of cuts of how they do it based on what the person shoots. And it's always interesting to me to see that different perspective of how different videographers, different cinematographers, or how they want to picture this scene, or how they want to picture this character in this sort of setting. It always makes me kind of think about like what made them want to do this angle versus like a close-up, or like a wide angle versus like up close and personal, you know.
It's just a quick big shout out to my best friend, just because she inspired me a lot when it came down to that, because I've always been into photography, but when it came down to that filmmaking, when she showed me those things, I was like, man, there are shots that I thought I've never even thought about before, and I'm like, I don't know, it just opened my eyes, and I was like, okay. Time to get working.
Time to get going.
Time to get working.
Fingers crack. Time to get those things going.
I feel like in terms of the video was shot for G. So like I feel like he had envisioned it in some way, you know, because an artist, when you listen to your song, of course, like if you do think about the music video, you kind of have some type of like imagination for it, you know, and then the rest of it is just putting it down, like how filmmakers do it too. It's just like trying to capture the vision that you see,
that the artist sees,
so that we can paint something for the people to see, you know. And
Absolutely.
but the collective of the moment is really raw too, like how G said, like, you know, using both of your guys shots and whatever to come up with the best, you know, possible video, you know. So I think that's raw.
It's all a process, man. And, you know, for Dan and I, it was kind of both a learning experience, you know, because, I mean, I've worked with Kane and Justino on videos before. So, and especially working with Kane, man. Shout out to Kane, bro.
Shout out to Kane.
That's my brother, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Like, visually, bro, I wouldn't be anywhere or just in general musically, bro. Like, he's helped me take a huge leap forward. Like, not just in terms of the videos that I've been able to put out, which I'm super proud of, but just the learning process through it all, you know. And I don't know, man, like Kane and shout out to Pogi Studios, bro. Like I've gotten a chance to get a glimpse of what they do here and there, you know, as a collective. And they're literally down the street, like a couple blocks away, literally, bro. Before the pandemic, we were trying to have them on, but that didn't happen. So we're definitely gonna have to have them on. But yeah, absolutely, man. It's all about perspective and filming and videography, like you said, bro. They go hand in hand. And like for me, I'm kind of the opposite of you, Ray, bro. Like I've always liked photography, but videography kind of interested me more, you know. Right. And I got the camera because I wanted to get into videography, but I realized it's like, yo, like you still gotta have both skills, you know. Because they just go hand in hand. And filmmaking, bro, is just such a beautiful thing. And you know, like working on the proof with Dan and just having that freedom for both of us, like just feeling like we can literally make this however we want to make it.
It's that freedom of creativity. And when there's some feelings that you can't necessarily express in words, we put it in whatever medium we choose to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, good point. That's a great point.
So where do you guys go to shoot the video?
So we shot at the majority of the video is like Dan's crib, actually, like behind his crib. And I had asked him, I was like, yo, would you be down to shoot here? And he was like, yeah, that's cool. And I just liked I'd been to Dan's like a whole bunch of times, the spot that he's at right now. So I had an idea of like what was nice around there, and I wanted this video to be gritty. So I felt like that was the perfect scenario, just, like in the alley. Luckily he's got some nice cars parked back there, Shout out to the people.
Shouts out to the neighbors.
Shout out to the neighbors.
Shout out to the neighbors with nice cars.
And their Land Rovers.
Got the Rover in the video, bro, looking clean. That's my Rover, boy.
Oh yeah, shouts out to G for that fresh new Rover.
You feel me? Had to cop the Rover real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and it was.
You didn't get the best part of the shoot in the video. I was wondering if you were gonna put it in there.
I debated, bro.
I was thinking you were gonna put it at the end. I was like, is it coming? Is it coming? Oh, it's not there.
I debated.
Great. So when we were in the alley shooting, and the alley shots came out awesome.
Yeah.
With the lights in the background, looks so cool. Looks so cool.
Ooh,
so cool. So cool.
See this.
Shout out to you, bro.
There was part where he wanted to sit on the ground in the alley under this light, and it looked cool. And then all of a sudden, a rat just comes in. Like there was like a fence in front of him, so it just hits the fence, and he just jumps up. He's like, "Oh!" and like immediately just like, "Yo!" Oh,
that would be a dope ass ending.
We got to put that on Northside Plugged. We got to put that on the YouTube page. Like it's too funny to not get out there. It's got to be posted. It's just so.
Can we pull up the video? The music video? The music video?
Oh, the music video? Oh, absolutely. Can we pull? I don't know how to put it on the screen for everyone.
Give them a little teaser.
We can if we go on break, we can download it and then we can be able to put it on. Yeah. Because I have it on me. I got it on me, bro.
Okay.
Ooh, I got it on me.
So before we go on break, I got a couple questions.
Okay.
Got 2 questions from the peeps. Then we'll go on break and show the music video for show. First question's from Kid ISO. What's up, ISO? Thanks for tuning in as always. He said, what was your favorite song off Cold Season?
Darn, that's a hot seat, man. I really haven't debated like that, but man, I would say my favorite song on Cold Season.
Drum roll, please.
Sorry, man. I really love all of the songs, but I would definitely say it has to be a tie between On My Way and Election Day. Because Election Day got G Money and Kid ISO feature, and we had such a great idea for it because it was during the time where Biden was becoming president officially, and I feel like Election Day really represents like us sticking to our words, like how G was saying, running with our campaign, stay true to it, and us just showing like our skill sets of being a rapper, and lyricism and all that, and it just felt like a very great video. I feel like music video coming soon, man. I really want to make that happen because and it's like a collaboratory with like 2 of my best bros, so that's definitely one of my favorite songs. And On My Way is really good as well because I really felt like I got to really speak upon what I've been going through, and that song was like a song kind of like an answer, an explanation to all the expectations that is been put on me. And I feel like how sometimes people expect you to be a certain way, like, oh, why didn't you go finish college? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you walk like down this path in life? But it's because you don't know what's going on with my life. You don't know what I go through and what I do to get to where I'm at. So On My Way is kind of like an explanation for that and a motivation to tell people to keep going despite all the hardships you endure. So those would be 2 of my favorite songs, but I can't pick, man.
Can I be honest with you, bro?
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? And I think a lot of people will agree with me who've heard On My Way, bro. And I'm saying this from genuinely, bro. I'm not saying this just because I know you, bro. Like, I think what you, in terms of like a musical record, bro, and if we want to put it in the realm of hip hop, we can do that. I think like just your lyrics and what you spoke about, bro, was probably the realest stuff I ever heard on a track, bro. You know, like it's up there type of thing. Like I've heard some real spiel on music before, but that was like, damn, bro. Like, and especially because I know you, it made it even realer. I'm like, whoa, bro. Like he's able to like tap into this side of him musically, bro. Which, I mean, you know, I've experienced myself in doing, so I can really appreciate that, bro, and understand like where you're coming from, and for you to be able to do that, bro, like was really dope, G, and I really enjoy that track,
love,
bro.
my brother, love.
Yeah, you blessed that track for sure.
This man, dude, that track, I love Election Day, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, man. On My Way is my favorite track, bro. Just because G is saying this right now. But also it's because I remembered me and G was at, shout out to my homie Flo Wolf.
Shout out
we were at Flo Wolf's crib, and he had his homie over, and his homie's a guitarist. And G was just making that beat right there. And he heard the dude play some like riffs on the guitar, and G had was inspired to put the guitar into that beat, and I feel like that beat goes so crazy. It gave me goosebumps every time I hear it. So
thank you, man. Appreciate you. That was a dope experience. I would have loved to been able to what's it called? Record what he was playing, because dude was going nuts, bro.
Dude was really good.
I would love to hear that.
Dude was going nuts. I think I may have recorded on my phone. I may still have that. But yeah, dude was going crazy for sure. For sure.
Love, brother.
Dan, you had another question.
Yeah,
right?
and another question. I think this is more directed towards everyone.
Okay.
Pedro Garcia, shouts out Ped.
Shouts
out Pedrito. He said, "What is a documentary or film that has motivated your passion?"
Ray, you want to start?
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
Ray.
a good question. I gotta think about that one.
Yeah, I gotta sit with it, to be honest.
First one that comes to the top of my head, I'm not gonna lie, Miracle. Miracle is a biopic, if you want to call it that. It's about the 1980 U.S. men's hockey team, who was a bunch of college kids thrown together as like a team to maybe make some noise in the Olympics, and they beat this Russian team that won like 5 straight gold medals, and the Miracle on Ice, and blah blah blah. And I think the reason that that's the first thing that stands out to me. One, because I'm a huge sports fan, and like sports has been the motivation for everything in my life, pretty much. 2, it's a very inspiring story full of young kids who are not looked at. They like when the U.S. goes into the Olympics, they're looked at as a team that's like not going to make any noise, not supposed to win any medals, and they go on to win the gold medal. And the display that I'm going to be on, the display that Kurt Russell puts on as Herb Brooks as this guy who almost reminds me as Bill Belichick, and like, you fit in the system, we're going to do it my way, and it's going to work.
Yeah.
That really shows the conviction that like sports coaches have, and like that just like really puts into perspective like every part of like the team aspect, because it's not just the players, it's the coaches, it's the other people. I think that always puts it in perspective. So for right off the bat, that was the first movie that came to my mind.
That's dope.
Oh man.
Fellas, you got it? Oh, I know mine actually. I was trying to figure out what direction do I want to go, but Dan helped me figure it out. And I'm gonna speak in terms of like my inspiration of like pursuing doing videos and film and stuff like that. Yeah. Bro, I really love the cinematography of the Dark Knight series, right? So with like Christian Bale. And obviously the Joker was in the Dark Knight, and then Bane and Dark Knight Rises. I wasn't a huge fan of Batman Begins. It was like
no one was.
It looked fantastic, but it just didn't do it for me. But then the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, they outdid themselves on that. But just the way that those movies looked, and Christopher Nolan, man. Shout out to Christopher.
I was just
Nolan,
about to say, shouts out Chris Nolan.
Because you look at Tenet and
Interstellar,
Inception.
Ooh,
you look at all those movies, bro, and they're like just visually, they're ridiculous, bro. They're ridiculous. And if you notice about Christopher Nolan movies, bro, he's got those black bars like extra low type thing. You feel me? So, and then the shots are super crisp, so it makes you really focus on like what's going on, and just the clarity of his pictures are just ridiculous to me, bro. And I don't know, when I saw that, I was like, that's how I want my stuff to look, you know. Sure. And I was blessed to be able to link and work with Kane, because Kane was the one that got it. You feel me? And we just have a crazy, awesome workflow. So I got to shout out Christopher Nolan, and I got to shout out Kane, because without those two, but I'm going to definitely put Kane first. Without those two, I wouldn't be where I'm at film-wise.
True. Ray, you got one?
Yeah. As for me, I'm a little bit of a weird drought. I want to say I definitely want to mention the videos that my best friend showed me. The one that inspired me was I can't quite remember the names of the films, but it's by a Chinese director. I believe back in the 80s or 70s. I could have my facts wrong. I'm not quite sure, but his name is Wong Kar-wai, and a lot of another movie to, let's say, put into perspective or an example, Fight Club. Fight Club, what else? Leon the Professional, made by a French filmmaker. I kind of like that route where what inspires me, it's, I wouldn't say it makes you disturbed. It doesn't, it's not, not to disturb you, but like it makes you ask those questions. It makes you feel these feelings. So you can't quite put a dot on it on what it is, but it makes you want to ask questions. It's that like, so what's gonna happen next? You know, I wouldn't say it not always dark shots, not necessarily, but it's just, it could be a super simple shot, or it could be elegant or a little bit more out there. But as long as it poses that question,
mysterious,
doesn't matter what kind of question, but it just makes you feel excited.
It makes your brain like move. Makes you think about it. I love those kind of movies. I love the movies that make you like, not just like necessarily like character or plot development wise make you think, but even the shots are like what's happening in the scene, like the things that keep your mind going. I love those movies.
Like you guys mentioned earlier, Inception, Shutter Island. Shutter Island is also a really good one.
True.
Classic ones that just make you put your mind in a pretzel. Tenet was also one that just I didn't fully understand until the second time I saw it. I was just like, woo, but phenomenal. Cold, you got any movies or films, documentaries, or even just music videos or anything that inspire you? Or that motivated your passion is the direct question. I will cite the source.
I would say inspired me in terms of like being interested in film, because I did dabble like in, recording like funny skits with the cousins. Like YouTube was so big when it came out.
Oh my.
Like
the OG YouTube.
When we were in middle school, like everyone was trying to make YouTube videos. Everybody.
It was such a big thing, and like even still is now. But like kids it showed kids that like the funny little things you can do, even if it's just like a funny skit video. Like it gives you like, because you watch movies, you see everything, you absorb all of this, and like it's cool to imagine yourself in that space. Like acting. Like just doing something that conveys, like how Ray said, a feeling. But going back, I'm gonna answer it in terms of. Inspire me in terms of like liking film. I would say, I couldn't think of anything at first, but I would say like, shout out Jackie Chan, his films. They like the way he shows, like, cause I've seen a YouTube video where he actually shows you, how they changed the game. Like how Bruce Lee started changing the game in terms of like the angles he's taking, where he's throwing a punch or whatever, and it really gave me a perspective of angling, like, and then the cuts where the person gets hit without actually them being hurt. So. Shout out to that.
That would have been the perfect time to. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
But I would say my favorite film though that inspires me. It was hard to come up with, but I'll say Fearless by Jet Li. You guys ever seen Fearless?
Yeah, that one was a really good one.
It's such a cinematic, like such a like journey, man. And it's
I'm familiar, but I've never seen it.
Elegant, so like beautiful of his journey from, because it starts with Jet Li being a really. It's been out so long, so you haven't watched it by now.
I was gonna say
you haven't watched it right now. Like,
if it's been out for at least 2 years, you can spoil it. Okay.
So basically, the man is a great martial artist, and he, something happened.
The boys is outside.
True. Shout out to the boys outside.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. No.
I didn't know. I thought it was a different boy. But I know what y'all mean. But yeah, I say Fearless for real.
That's dope.
That's a good pick.
That's funny, man.
That's a solid selection for sure. I think, and one, if I'm gonna pick a director, that like inspires me. I would say not necessarily how he shoots the stories, but just his storytelling is Tarantino.
Yeah,
because like Django, like Inglourious Bastards, and like Pulp Fiction. Like I rewatched. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I gotta shout out my mom on this one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes,
that's her favorite movie.
So it was really good. I had a discussion with a friend. He was like, I didn't like that, and I was like, well, and I was like, well, did you like? And he like would say these things to retort, and I'd be like, oh no, like you didn't. It'd be like, actually, you didn't see that correctly. But anyway, like the way that he tells stories and the way he like ties so many things into the overall theme and the arc and just everything he does with his angles, just like always blows my mind every time I watch. And I'll rewatch them. I feel like. I think Django is one of my favorite movies ever, just because I think the way Jamie Foxx is phenomenal in that film. Christopher Weiser, however you say his name, the dentist, is so great in all those films. Yeah. Tarantino is another one that I think I have to say.
I'm a big horror film person.
Oh, okay.
Like, shout out to Benny Wong, I believe. Like he shot Insidious.
No, don't catch me watching that again.
Not a horror movie guy, but I respect the genre. I respect the genre, but I can't do them. Can't do them.
Me neither.
Can't do them. I can do thrillers, like but like someone's trying to like kill you. It's like nah, that ain't it for me. Like.
It's tough.
Like the Chucky movies, like no.
Yeah.
Or like
I'm trying to take a shower and not have anyone pop up behind me, man.
I'm not like I'm trying to be peaceful when I shower. I don't want to be shaking or any of those, or like be afraid to go to sleep. Or
and then you watch that video, you watch the movie, and then after you're just like, the next day and a half is just like trauma.
So none of you guys like horror movies?
I'm not a horror movie.
No, me neither. Bro. For me, it takes like a whole week before my brain washes it out.
See, I'm proud of myself though, bro, because I've matured enough to understand. Like before, it would just freak me the hell out, bro. But now I'm like, okay. And especially understanding filming a little more, I'm like, okay, it's not real.
It's coming.
This and that, whatever. But there's certain things that are just like, damn, bro.
The reason why I like Insidious is because they really give you like a play on something realistic. I feel like something scares me is realistic, something realistic that can happen,
that is true.
But in terms of like CGI, kind of like ghosts, robots, like that's kind of like cheesy to me. Because no matter what, if I see a ghost and they're computerized, it is not as scary as I would believe. Like, I feel like that's what horror. I think that's what the director Benny he went for when he shot Insidious was something realistic, close to home that will give you the goosebumps,
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess I'm just a crazy guy.
He's a crazy guy, Kevin.
No, there are a lot of
crazy guy.
No, there's a large population out there that loves horror films. There's a reason they keep making them because people enjoy them.
You get a certain type of exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say adrenaline.
Yeah, the adrenaline. True. I like that. I like to get that from my thrillers though. I don't want to be like. I don't want to be like afraid of dolls for the next.
No.
Every time I like walk past the American Girl downtown, I'm just like screaming and running past. Oh my god!
It's Annabelle.
What movie that came out that you guys seen any recent movies that came out?
Last movie I saw, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, you saw it? That's dope.
Phenomenal film. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Very good.
I saw the majority, I saw like bits and pieces of the ending, but I had to go to work type of thing. But I saw the majority of the movie. Shout out to Anthony Hopkins, bro, the father.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
The father, bro.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins.
He won the Oscar for that.
He won the Oscar for it, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but rest in peace, my grandfather, man. He suffered from dementia the last like 4-ish years of his life, and I'm not gonna spoil the movie for people who haven't seen it, but that's what the movie is basically about. Is what's it called? Anthony Hopkins. He's just an old man, and he's dealing with dementia.
Gotcha.
And it's just like the whole movie is just based off of like his perspective, and I was just really able to connect with it, man, because it was like.
I saw a preview for it, and I remember that coming up.
It was tough, bro, and my mom watched it too. It was just like, man, like this, from somebody that has experienced someone with dementia firsthand on a very frequent basis, bro. Like that, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, I was a little skeptical in terms of him winning because of Chadwick. I felt like everyone was very skeptical. That was the big debate. It was like, I feel like Chadwick Boseman should have won this, but after watching the movie, man. And all, on top of having the experience that I have, the perspective that I have, Anthony Hopkins did an absolutely amazing job. So The Father. Check it out if you can.
Yeah, I'm have to see it.
I'm usually up to date on like the best pictures and the best actors and all those. I'm super behind. I've yet to see a lot of them.
Well, the pandemic threw movies off for sure.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, true. But like most of them are available on streaming platforms.
Oh yeah.
Like what's the one? Minari. I really want to watch that one. Sound of Metal is on Amazon Prime. If any of you have that, that's free to watch. I want to watch that one. Those were best pictures. The last movie I saw in theaters was Tenet. I saw Tenet twice in theaters in September and like November, I think.
I saw Mortal Kombat recently twice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how was Mortal Kombat? I was flying home from Florida. I was flying home from Florida, and I had a guy watching it on his phone next to me.
What?
I'm like, dude, stop. If you're gonna watch a new movie on the plane, why are you watching it on your phone? This is the worst place to watch a new movie because he had his kid next to him, like kicking him and asking him questions every 5 seconds. Like that, like the plane is the worst place to watch a new movie.
Yeah, but I would say. I've been hearing on social media a lot that there's big mixed feelings on Mortal Kombat. You know? But all I'm gonna say is, as a Mortal Kombat fan myself, who loved the game, who played the game, who watched the old movies, I would say it's very refreshing to see it come back and see it at the caliber of what technology is able to do.
Yeah, the CGI
nowadays,
now.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would say I loved it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I'll say it's great in terms of the way the storyline and for Scorpio and Sub-Zero is, but everything else kind of felt rushed. A lot of people were nitpicky about how they didn't really stick to the original, storyline of Mortal Kombat. But I know they're setting up for the second movie, so I just hope if they do really well with this movie, that the second movie they come back stronger than they have in this first movie.
How did it compare to the? Have you seen the original from the 90s? Like how did it compare?
I saw the first one.
Yeah, how did it compare to that one?
Well, in that one, Liu Kang was the main character.
Okay.
So I'll say, how did that compare to that one? I'll say of course, CGI is way better. The fight scenes are great.
Exponentially better.
Yeah. So I would say that I still love the old movie, but this movie is worth a watch. So yeah. Gotcha. But shout out to my anime fans. Me and Ray, we went to watch Demon Slayer.
Yo.
The movie, that was definitely one of the best movies I've seen in a while. So if you haven't watched Demon Slayer, make sure you go watch that.
Full-grown men will be crying.
Yeah. Yo, I had a couple homies cried for real.
Oh yeah, that's in theaters, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The best thing about the theater is that people are supposed to be quiet and watch the movie, But the worst thing about that is the same thing. Like sometimes I was sitting with my boys and I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, I really want to whisper something to them and tell them like what's up, because we're watching the movie, like of course things are gonna pop up in our mind, how we feel, and but I would say it was being back in the theaters was a great experience too, because all the time that I went. Recently, it was not packed. So.
Oh no!
Yeah, no.
It's still empty. I mean, when I've bought tickets recently, they still make you like have a seat in between people, so you're comfortable. You're not like on top of each other still, which is nice. I think one of the times I saw Tenet, there was like 5 people in the theater. It's like 100-seat theater. And there's 5.
That'd be the best feeling.
Yeah, I had like a whole row to myself. I was like spread eagle. I was just like laying out. I was like, I'm getting comfy. I'm getting comfortable for this. This is a 2.5-hour movie. I'm getting comfortable. For show. All right, shall we take a quick break and we can get the music video back on the other side?
Well, take a break.
Fantastic. Thank you for the questions, ISO and Pedro. Thank you, Ped. That was a phenomenal question. I always love a good movie chat. So thank you for that.
I appreciate the R roll, bro. The Pedro. It's a small detail.
I live with him enough where he eventually, like, me and Patrick eventually asked him, hey, like, how do you want us to say your name? Because clearly it's not Pedro.
It's Pedro.
That's why we call him Ped, because it reminds us that it's a short E, or however the E sound is. It's that E sound, the Ped.
Right.
not pay.
Folk.
What you say? The what? You said
it's easy for the white folk.
It's not wrong. I mean,
I'm messing with you, brother.
White people are the worst. I'm telling you.
No. Not all.
No.
Hey, let me put
There's some that give us a terrible rap.
Let me put it this way, because I know how it is, and I feel like I'm someone that can speak on this, being on both sides of the spectrum, man. You know, like, I'll be honest. Growing up, I was never a big fan of white people, you know, and majority of my friends never really were white. But through my life, and you know, the few white friends that I do have, being Dan, being Justin, being, you know, our homie Nick, Pat, Bobby, Zach, you know, like, I've met a lot of good people, man, and you know, white people are messed up, bro. Like, I'm gonna say it, you know, white people can be messed up, but at the same time, man, you know, at the end of the day, we're all humans, bro, and there's good people and there's bad people, bro.
100.
You know, you can't judge on skin color, and you know, there certain quote unquote stereotypes could, you know, fit for anybody, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, shout out Martin Luther King, bro. It's all about the character, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter skin color, man, and we're blessed to be able to do a show like this and be in a beautiful city that we are, where,
hell yeah,
you know, look at the room that we're in right now. You know, we're all different ethnicities, and that's what truly matters, bro. It's like
true. It's all coming together.
Exactly, you know. And I don't like when people are like, oh, I don't see color, blah blah blah. We all see what's up, you know. And if you don't see it, then you're blind, you know. But it's all about understanding and appreciating and empathizing with each other's cultures and respecting.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't understand something, exactly, respecting those boundaries and being open-minded to learning new things about different people and whatnot, you know.
Very well said.
I feel like how G said, at the end of the day, it is good to be educated, in terms of, like, you know, people look back to the past and of everything that happened till this point, but it also great to use what you learn and live for today's time, you know. And in today's time, you know, like how G said, there's good people, there's bad people, and there are, shout out to all the Caucasian and white people who are, like, you know, for the culture, who understands, you know, it's bigger, equality is bigger than just, you know, themselves, and they do stand up for people, minorities, and everybody, because they are for the same cause. And those people are what we consider our culture, our people, you know?
Absolutely.
Because we all are on the same wavelength, the same term, and anybody else that, you know, it's just everybody else is the one who we have to deal with, you know, the one who ain't on the same term with us. And that's what we're fighting for, so.
Very well said. I agree fully with that it's easy to stereotype all white people and put them all into a category, but there are good people at the end of the day. Of course, there's always good and bad for every group of people that you can want to pick sides at. But but I agree with Cole with what he was saying. It's the good one. It's the good people that are the ones that stick around, the ones that you hate interact with. Of course, I'm not going to associate myself with people that like white people that aren't like on that same wavelength. You know what I mean? I think I've come as a white person. I think I've seen a lot of, especially over the past year, you've seen a lot of things that you did not know people thought about or how they felt about certain things. So it makes you like, and of course it's like the people that you haven't talked to in like years you see on Facebook, and you're just like, oh, that's sad. And you're just like, oh, I'm so glad I don't see you anymore. I'm so glad I don't talk to you anymore. It's like one of those things. But I definitely, and just gotta, just about keeping the right people beside you, and the culture that there's similar cultures coming together, and
and so long as you're yourself and you're being true to who you are, then you don't even have to worry about keeping those people because they will be there.
Very true. Well put.
Shout out to the culture.
Shout out to the culture.
Shout out to the proof.
Shout out to the proof.
G-Money.
We will get that music video to you on the other side of this quick break. Thank you all. I said, let's do a couple of questions before we go to break. That was about 20 minutes ago. So
that was beautiful. Man.
So we'll take that quick break and we'll get this music video to you guys on the other side. So you're watching Northside Plugged, or you're listening to Northside Plugged on Q4 Radio. We back.
We back.
Thank you for sticking with us. This is Northside Plugged on Q4 Radio.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. You guys ever watch Family Guy? That there was the radio group Weenie and the Blood. Weenie and the Butt, 97.1. Dun, dun, dun. So funny. Shouts out Family Guy. All right, so.
And now we're Weenie in the Butt, Dan.
Are you Weenie or the Butt?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know if I want to be. One of these.
I want to be the Butt.
I guess I'm Weenie.
Weenie and the Butt. Okay.
I felt like I was being set up for that question, man.
No, it was just an honest question. I didn't know if you had a preference. I preferred the Butt. All right, cool. So we hopefully figured it out during the break. We're going to show you guys the Proof music video. You can also check it out on G's YouTube page.
A little teaser.
G Money, G Note.
But we're going to show you the video right now. Hopefully it works. And so here it is. Here's the Proof. Shot by yours truly for G Money, G Note. Oh, I forgot to shut off the other YouTube page. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is that G Money? Tell me something I don't know, shit gets repetitive. Yeah. Someone that'll be became the president. Yeah. I don't pay shit no mind if it ain't relevant. Yeah. I've been trying to fight these demons, they my nemesis. Yeah. I've been through so much shit, I just don't get no fucks no more. I feel so done with it, it's like I don't feel love no more. My trust been damaged, I don't wanna share my heart no more. I know I'm worth it, I don't gotta prove myself no more. I know what I deserve, I know my place on earth. I'm putting myself first, forgive humanity. Success, I'm after that. I'm pushing forward, moving onward. I'm a all-star, power forward. Nah, I'm a point guard, baby. My spin moves hella crazy. Practice on the daily. I've been in the gym, dreams above the rim. I got a mask at AOG, know where the hell you been. 273 my family, I ain't gon' repeat myself. They tryna leave me off the table, let me see myself. I ain't discouraged if I have to, I'll leave by myself. Bitch, I'm my only child, have myself, I learn myself. I want this credit, all my love was dope. I love my family, yo, anything for them for sure. They prove it's possible, so I'm unstoppable. My life's improbable, we going tropical. I'm thinking logically, I know we ain't on the same wavelength. Every move that I make go to great lengths. I hold my way, freight train, know what it takes, maintain. I'll take a trip out of state, always on go for a break. I got too much on my plate, I need a mental escape. I know you probably relate. Tell me something I don't know, shit gets repetitive. Someone that'll be became the president. Yeah. I don't pay shit no mind if it ain't relevant. Yeah. I've been trying to fight these demons, they my nemesis. Yeah. I've been through so much shit, I just don't get no fucks no more. I feel so done with it, it's like I don't feel love no more. My trust been damaged, I don't wanna share my heart no more. I know I'm worth it, I don't gotta prove myself no more. No mind if it ain't relevant. Yeah. I've been trying to fight these demons, they my nemesis. Yeah. I've been through so much shit, I just don't get no fucks no more. I feel so done with it, it's like I don't feel her no more. My trust been damaged, I don't wanna share my heart no more. I know I'm worth it, I don't gotta prove myself no more. I know I'm worth it, I don't gotta prove myself no more.
There's my name. Mom, look, I'm on the TV.
On the TV.
Look at that.
Who's Ashley Westy on Instagram?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, that's him.
So there it was. That's the proof.
The proof.
Yeah.
The proof. You can check that out on YouTube. It's on all your streaming platforms. Go listen to it now. I listened to it like 5 times already.
Much love, man. Much love, bro.
Very good. Any other? I'm trying to think of anything else from the music video that I can remember that I wanted to talk about.
I got a question for you, Boss Dan. I think you may have hit it here and there, but how was your first experience of being a video producer?
It was a lot of fun. I guess I never really thought about how they shot the videos, and I don't know why it never occurred to me that they just play the song aloud while they play the song aloud while they record it, just so they are on beat. I don't know what I thought they did to make sure that they knew like how the song went and everything, but like I don't know why that just surprised me when it really shouldn't. Yeah. But it was just weird because I never really thought to myself, I was like, oh, what if they want to use like the raw footage and like what if the sound like overlays and they're not going to like it? And then you realize like the whole point of the music video is to put the music over the video. So it doesn't matter what you say during the video. And it was a lot of fun. And when we shot in public, it was interesting. Yeah. But like it was in a public park, so like there weren't many people around. But like when that dog came up and like there were random people in the background, things like that, that was kind of interesting. But it was a lot of fun. I definitely want to do it again.
Absolutely.
In the future.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
No, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad. I don't know, man. It was just really fucking. Oh, excuse me. That's how dope it was. I swore on this. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Like that's how passionate I was, about this project, and so grateful that Dan was down to do it, and I believed in him. He had never done it before, but I believed that he would be able to do a great job, and honestly exceeded my expectations, bro. I didn't know what to expect from the video. I knew it was going to be dope, but I didn't know how it was going to look, and once we started working and seeing how the camera works too, it was just like, all right.
The camera's so pretty.
Yeah, thank you, man.
So pretty.
Appreciate you.
So pretty.
It just all worked out really well, and
very excited it all came together.
Absolutely. The shots were fairly easy to edit, and it just came out really dope, and it was awesome, man. It was just something. Just quick backstory behind it, like the whole project itself, man, is just me trying to, show like, yo, this is what, sure, myself, but also like what Northside Plugged is capable of, like I wanted to put something out there that like, yes, it's a music video for myself, and it's I want to put that out there, but it's like this is what we can do as Northside Plugged, like these are the capabilities. We can do the music, we can do the editing, we can do the show, we can do so many different things, and the proof is all in one project, It's like all of that came from 2 people, bro, and it's I'm really proud of it, and I'm really proud of Dan for everything that he did and everything that he does, and it was just cool, man. It was dope, man. So
it was a great experience. No, thank you for including me in the process. It was great to be on that side of the process and like actually have a creative say in like what was happening. It was really cool to be on that side of the video.
We collaborated really well,
Yeah. Absolutely, like we always do.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
As always. Okay, so we're gonna close it out with a Northside freestyle. So since now we have a guest back, we kind of have to do a Northside freestyle.
We got to. Boy.
We did one last time we were here because G Money knew we were getting guests back, so he's like, I got to keep these pipes going. I got to keep the freestyle engine running.
Dust off the mic a bit.
Yeah, I got to make sure the engine's still going a little bit before we get guests back. So, what kind of beat do you guys prefer?
I'll leave that up to Kevin KOLD.
Yes, Kevin, do you have a preference?
Nah. We'll find some good ones.
Whatever you feeling, BossDan. Yep. As I was kind of leaning to. I was just about to say something we could rap on.
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yo, Ray, when that beat drops, you're good to go.
Okay. Let's see this one. Let's see how this one sounds.
Uh-oh.
Northside Plugged. I love how the Northside is plugged. when I show up. All the homies show me love. And I'm really out here grinding, really trying to get my grub. And you know I'm really in it. And I need a polish like I need a scrub. But I'm always fresh. Yeah, you know. I come in and I leave the beat a mess. And we eat clean. But I ain't vegan. And you know I can say that again, but I ain't too focused on the beef. I'm not really in the street, but I'm in the street. Chilling with my boy. And you know we running like we got the cleats. Me and G used to ball. And then we play soccer. But that ain't all. And then we spit them bars. And we go crazy, whip it hot. We G whipping like he's in the car. And we chilling, shopping like we in the mall. But I'm really just window shopping, that is all. Shorty hand me a drink. And I rarely sip alcohol. But I still sip it. Took it right down the jaw.
Hey. He took it down the jaw. Let me show you that I'm raw. Every photo looking raw. Little edit, cause it's splendid. Yeah, Ray shooting me, showing K. That's my boy. We some G's. It's G Money next to BossDan. Shout out to all my fans. I can show you that I got this. Ooh, I'm on the cam, looking so fresh. I'm the best from Chicago. Ooh, honesty, modesty, my motto. I'm a role model to these children. They believe in me. All this deceivery, buffoonery, I'm tired of it. Let me show you that I'm inspired from it. I can show you what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm admired just because of it. Ooh. Shout out all my cousins, I ain't had no brothers or sisters. Minister in the streets, I be speaking, yes, sister. Ooh, sister, I be seeing twins, they all copycats. I'ma work hard every day, cause I know I smack. Ooh, I'ma go attack, like my asthma couldn't breathe. Self-esteem was so low, but my dreams was gon' rise to the occasion. Now I'm blazing at the station, I was cold. Now I'm with my boy Cold, won't fold, I'm turned to gold. Yeah, it's never getting old, cause I'm molded from the best. I say it with my chest, it's loud and clear. Hey, I'm gonna steer, ooh, disappear. If that fake ish is round me, then I reappear. Ooh, I can't stop, cause I'm way too cold with it. Yeah, I'm gonna spit it, nitty gritty, I'm never finished. Just the beginning when I'm on the mic, hot take, first take, my take, so great.
Man, G killed that beat.
Note with Kevin Cole podcast.
You already know.
Hey.
G murdered that beat.
As they Kevin Code, it's not our last. Switch it up, my friend.
Another one.
Another
one.
You want to stop that take and then we'll do a new take? Yep. Thank you, sir. You can start again. Yeah. Go ahead, brother. You can start us.
Shout out Northside Plugged. We really doing it out here.
Really doing it.
Always.
I like the beat. Count my blessings.
Kevin Cole podcast.
I had to concentrate, long way from being devastated. I remember myself and the state I was in. I felt like I had to commit a couple sins just to get my dollars in. And that's still facts. Hard life, I better smack it back. Yeah, I had to bounce back. Fall down and crumble on a couple cracks. But my walk's still permanent. Like ink on my skin. Shout out to my angel, I hold them within. Learn a lot of lessons, and I ain't met no reverend. Found the truth inside myself, teach the youth. That's how I felt, that's how I feel. This is real, me and G on the mic, this is skill. We coming in and we cooking it on the skillet. And I want it fast, stack my chips and I eat it with a fillet. The only way for them to feel it if I spit it hard, spit it from my soul. No need for guitars, no need for instruments. I can go a cappella. Me and G, we going up like we propelling through the water, through the flow. There's no tomorrow. Fuck the bullshit like Chicago, my bad. I had to bounce it right back. Spit a clean track, spit some clean facts. With G Note, with BossDan. Shout out to Ray in the building. And you know I'm feeling like the man.
Feeling like the man, ayo. This is G Money with G Note. 2 different sides with my boy Colt. So go, let me get back, I gotta find my wave. Let me show you that I'm gon' save the day. G-Note flying so high, got a cape. Ooh yeah, shorty gon' feed me couple grapes. Got that from ASAP Rocky. Let me show you how I'm rocking. Put that coal in my stocking. I'ma flip it, I'ma go flame. I'ma go fire, go insane. Pandemic almost turned me insane. Either way, my mind's so crazy. It's like a maze. Wish that it wasn't. I was lost in the days. I was lost in the haze. Lost in the phase. I don't believe them just through the little phrase that they gave me. I'm paving ways that they never even gave me. They try to take me out my glow, but that's okay cause I'm 40 feet below. I was underground working, splurging, trying to see because I knew that everything was urgent. Why am I feeling all this hurt? I can't find my purpose. I understand that life ain't perfect. I'm nervous, curious as to why life ain't going the way that I thought it was prescribed. Meds messing me up. What's going on, man? This ain't catching me up. I'm feeling like I'm backtracking, flashbacking, still stacking, still racking. G-Note, the young Eric Clapton. Hey, fasten your seatbelt, we riding. Flip it over like Poseidon. Broadcast, podcast, either way it go, this is our cast, yeah.
G-Money, G-Note.
Oh.
It's a Northside Plugged freestyle. Kevin Cole, G-Money going wild. Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Do we want another one, boys? Do we want another one?
How much time we have left on that camera, Mike? 6 minutes? Yeah, let's do one more.
One more. Not this one. I don't want that one.
Excellent. Ray, thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh, the last one had one I liked.
DJ BossDan.
Nope, not this one. We just did this one.
Ooh, yeah, this is going to be a good one. Ooh, you mind if I start this one?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Let me keep it short so my man's Kevin Cole could slam. There's just something about the beats that I become the beat. This ain't even me. Every free I spit is free. I was walking down them streets. All I had was belief. All I had was relief. It was the weed. It was the keef. Let me show you what I can be. I can be scholar and from the streets. Both sides, that's the life story of young G. Where am I gonna be? I just cannot see because I'm blind, so I'm wearing my glasses. Started smoking dope, then I was getting away from classes. Even when I mess up, it's nice. Ooh, if you wanna work with me, check the price, cause I'm not gonna be cool no more. Act a fool some more. Let me show you that I ain't insecure no more. I'm so secure, that's the proof. If you don't get it now, then go watch the proof. BossDan shot the video, that's the proof. If you don't know what's going on, this the proof. This is Northside Plugged, boy, we the proof. Let me show you that we the truth. I ain't gon' swear cause I know what it takes to be radio, stereo, audible on the audio. Never gon' flaunt, never gon' fall. Understand who I am, every single flaw. Yeah, keep your paws away from me, cause you might feel my wrath, feel every teeth. It's tooth when I'm in the booth. Let me show you what I do, keep it so cool. I ain't gon' hug it, but I'm dodging all the bullets that be flying over here cause they sparking. Everything that's going in my city make me so sad. That's just, I don't know, man. I lost in the spec. I gotta give this up cause I don't know how to get back.
Man, Gino, kill that. For real, spitting facts, man.
Kevin Cole is in the building.
It's getting cold out here.
Yeah.
It's getting cold out here.
Kevin Cole.
Cold in the building, like I didn't have a heater. I run faster than a cheetah in my mind. I ain't really stuck and thinking about lines. And I ain't snoring lines, I'm fine. I'm feeling energetic, I'm feeling charged up. I'm feeling so poetic. My target's up, like I'm by the shop. But I'm coming in, the perfect picture never needed to be cropped. I'm dreaming about my crop, farming for my future. I still had to tell my OG that I'm living in the present. I ain't worried about the future, but I still worry. Shout out to my mama. Her hair been gray since she was 30, and it was early. And I remember she can't sleep, she up so early. I'm really trying to make it out. This ain't really for fame or nor the clout. I'm really trying to prove the doubt. Come in, baby, show you what we about. The bell's ringing like I had to get out of class. And I really realized the life is fast. And you should pursue it no matter what the path. I'm really the middleman, the middle path guy, like what Buddha said. And I stay true to it. Shout out to G Money for that opportunity. We gon' get big. Northside Plugged. We ain't thugs, but we G because we real, not because we in the street. This is all just skill. Hip hop.
It's hip hop, yeah. It's hip hop, yeah. They try to define hip hop, put us in a box, but we in our plot cause we know how we rock. This is our spot, yeah, we coolin' in the slot. This is off top, so you know it's gonna be hot.
Woo! Somebody charged up for another round. That was hard. That was really hard.
You said you charged up for another one?
I said you.
Oh, we always charged up. Let's do it. Last one.
Last one.
Shout out to G Money, BossDan, man.
You said what? 2 minutes and 30 seconds? All right, we'll close it out with that. It's all good.
Northside Plugged.
You want to start or me?
G.
Okay. Let's do it. Oof, this is how I feel. Let me slow it down, ayy. Let me keep it real. This my spiel. I'm the captain. Like I got my shield. Let me show you what I will. Let me tell you how I feel. I've been on every side of the spectrum. Yeah, they tried to cut me out the spectrum. This is my spectrum. Life is so special. You cannot get the past back. No, it ain't no rental. Yeah, they want revenge. I don't want revenge, ain't no avenger. I am splendid, yeah, let me show you that I can keep on messing. Yeah, they hit me on the messenger like, where have you been? I'm trying to stay away from all of my sins, cause I tend to put myself in bad situations. I tend to mess up these occasions. What am I gonna do? How we get back to the station? They see me now, don't see when my mind be racing. All these placements gon' come my way. Keep cooking every day. Do what I may, yeah. Now we in May, so it's time that I play. On this beat, it's my play. Eat good, I feel great, yeah. My ear been ringing, I'm suffering from tinnitus, but I ain't writing. Let me show you that I feel like I'm mighty. I'm the Mighty Ducks. Drop the puck, I'm gon' score the goal. Let me show you, I'ma burn this up some more. Cause I'm so ill, I'm so skilled, I'm killing this, I'm so real. She rock with me, she mess with me, she wanna spend some time. Do this in our prime, yeah. Baby girl so fine, she a dime, not a 9. MF dime, R.I.P. to MF Doom. Let me pass this off because the beat is gon' end soon. Kevin, take this from me to you.
This from me to you. It's from me to you. So special. Shorty got me feeling like I'm at my greatest heights, and I ain't scared of heights. I'm ready to take flight now. She ready to see me now. Pull up to the show. Know where it goes. I'm trying to sell out events. I'm trying to plan some events, and it's gonna knock down like dominoes, like it's a sequence. It's supposed to happen. I ain't relapsing. I'm running laps in. We on the track, we on the train. I'm out my mind, I'm out my brain. So cold I freeze, so cold I sneeze. I'm blessed, baby. I pray, baby. One day, baby, I make it out and we gon' be okay. Baby. There's no debating. Northside Plugged. G-Note, it's cold.
Just want to say thank y'all for a very special episode of Northside Plugged.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to our guests, KOLD, Ray. Thank you fellas for coming in. Phenomenal show. Great to get back into this rhythm with guests. thank you all for tuning in again. We appreciate you all. We'll be back next week, hopefully with another guest. We're gonna work on that. It's gonna be a week by week kind of thing coming in and out of here. So
getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, we're getting back into the swing of things. So we thank you all for your patience and for tuning in. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for ISO for calling in. Shouts out Daniel Afridi for saying, "Oh, very nice, boys." So shouts out.
I don't know who that is.
Shouts
very
out.
Much, guys.
Shouts
That's
out.
the homie, though.
Shouts out. Thank you for everyone for tuning in again. Tune in next week. We'll have more to talk about, as we always do. We always find things to talk about. So for G Money, for Kevin, for Ray, thank you all again for tuning in. This is BossDan. This is another episode of Northside Plugged and Q4 Radio. Thank you all. Have a phenomenal weekend. Not supposed to be too warm, but get outside and enjoy the weather if you can.
Before we head out, Kevin, Ray, do you guys have any shout outs, social medias, anything you want to put out there into the world? I know you had your website that you wanted to put out there if you remember it.
Yeah. I'm out here on Instagram. You guys can find all my music on Spotify, Apple Music, basically majority of the platform. Find me at KOLD code, KOLD_LDN to really find me if you can't find me just with code. YouTube, you can check out the KOLD podcast, the KOLD podcast. Just follow them. Those are two the active account I have right now, and we're doing a lot of things, so stay tuned. Ray?
To be honest, what do you call this? I forget that I also actually have my link on my Instagram, so I'll just direct you to my Instagram for now. It's inside_out_minds or visions. Sorry, inside_out_visions, and
inside_out_visions.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that for the people. Yep.
But my link to my website is on there. It's not quite done yet, but it'll be. It's still in the works. Other than that, I just want to shout out all the people I love and all the people that's in the same journey as me,
Yeah.
And I know that we're here to inspire each other and help each other. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that I love.
Shout out to BossDan. Shout out to G Money for having us. I really appreciate that. And great things to come.
Absolutely, man.
Always. Thank you, boys, for coming on again.
Real quick, Kevin knows what it is with me. We know what it is, type of thing. But I want to just say, Ray, I really appreciated your essence and your message tonight. And
thank you.
I thought you brought something very unique to Northside Plugged, especially with it being the first time back, bro.
Right.
Your words were very inspiring.
Thank you very much.
As were yours, Kevin, for sure. But I just want to
thank you both.
give you your flowers.
Thank you both for your words.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that'll wrap up the show. That was a long one.
Yeah.
What time is it? Oh my God, it's almost 10 already.
Dang, wow.
Wow. Wowzers. Okay, yeah, so for everyone here at Northside Plugged and Q4 Radio, we love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Go check out The Proof. Go check out Cold Season. Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome.